We're talking Star Wars movie props that appeared in other movies. Mostly before Star Wars, or maybe one of them at least is after Star Wars. So let's just get to this. Some of these you probably know about, but hopefully at least one of these you'll say, you blew my mind, Junkman. I did not know about this. But let's start with one I think most of you probably know about, Bossk. Remember Bossk from The Empire Strikes Back? This guy right here wore a yellow jumpsuit. I'm sure you know this guy. And did you know that yellow jumpsuit come from another movie? That's right, it came from Star Wars, or as you young kids call it, Star Wars A New Hope. Yep, it appears there. Is that Bossk in the Cantina? Well, we don't know. The guy's wearing a space helmet. Who knows what's under that helmet? It could be the Bossk man himself, Bossk. We don't know about that. But where did that come from before it was in Star Wars? Well, a little television show over in the UK called Doctor Who. Yep, it appeared on Doctor Who before it appeared on Star Wars. Bossk is a Doctor Who cosplayer. I bet you didn't even know that. But this is what you may not have known. It didn't start with Doctor Who. Nope. Looks like Doctor Who is a cosplayer itself. Where did Doctor Who get this outfit? From a movie I never heard of called, what's it called? Oh, First Men on the Moon. I don't know. I don't think it's a sequel to Amazon Women on the Moon. Now, I've seen Amazon Women on the Moon. I don't know what First Men on the Moon is. But that outfit appeared there before it appeared on Doctor Who. In fact, the actual suit's based on an actual flight suit. But hopefully you may not have known that, because people always say, that Bossk outfit came from Doctor Who. You can tell them, well, Doctor Who stole it from First Men on the Moon. Okay, let's talk about IG-88. Now, I'm sure you know about IG-88. His head is in Empire Strikes Back. He walks, no, he doesn't walk around. What was I talking about? He's in Empire Strikes Back. He stands there, doesn't really move. We don't really get to see an IG. Now, we really didn't get to see an IG unit in action until The Mandalorian. Thank you, Jon Favreau. It was awesome. It was what I always dreamed of seeing. But did you know his head is in another movie? Yep, another Star Wars movie, A New Hope. Yep, it's part of the Cantina, part of the bar scene. Amazing, right? You knew that, though. That's when that and the Bossk one I think you knew. I think you knew these two right here. But yes, his head appears in Star Wars as part of the bar. Now, here's one you may not have known. You remember these blue aliens? You barely see them in Star Wars A New Hope, but they're in there, and I know the race is called something. I don't remember what it's called, and I probably couldn't pronounce it even if I did, and I know that race is also the race of Cad Bane. I didn't know that until like 2 weeks ago. How about that? Never knew that. Anyway, did you seen these aliens and you seen their outfits? You're like, man, that's a bad outfit. I wonder where they got those silver jumpsuits. Well, I'll tell you where they got them silver jumpsuits. They got them from a couple of apes. And those apes were escaping. What were they escaping from? The Planet of the Apes. That's right, the movie Escape from the Planet of the Apes had jumpsuits like the one from... I can't talk. Sorry about that. These jumpsuits were in Escape from the Planet of the Apes. That was one of them later ones that people really don't talk about. You know, that Planet of the Apes movie, they kind of went down here pretty fast, but are they as bad as that Tim Burton Planet of the Apes? Abraham Lincoln as an ape? What? Anyway, okay, here's one maybe you didn't know about, and it's not before Star Wars. This prop ended up after Star Wars. Now, in Obi-Wan Kenobi's home, he has this chest or trunk, whatever you want to call it. He opens it up, takes out Luke's lightsaber, gives it, well, it's Anakin's, gives it to Luke, it becomes Luke's. And I always wonder what else is in that chest. I always wanted to see what's in that chest. It was cool. I was like, what else is in there? Well, I tell you what might be in there. A kryptonite lightsaber. Junkman, what are you talking about? Superman? Lightsabers? Kryptonite? What? Well, that chest that's in Obi-Wan's house shows up about a year, I think, later, maybe 2 years later, in Superman the movie. That's right, it's inside Lex Luthor's secret lair or apartment, whatever you want to call it. He's a bad guy, so I'm sure he's got a secret lair. I don't know any good guys that have a secret lair, do you? Anyway, he has it there, he actually sits on it, but it's in the movie. Couldn't believe it. So, you know, with all the multi-universe stuff going around nowadays, who knows, maybe they'll have Obi-Wan have a kryptonite lightsaber in there. Lex Luthor needs it. You never know. We never know nowadays. I mean, we live in a world now where we have all three of the Spider-Man live action guys in one movie. I don't know why they didn't get the guy from the old 70s show Electric Company to come on. That would just made it better. Okay, these next ones are kind of a little different, but I want to throw these in here also. First, we've got this looking Greedo thing. And for Return of the Jedi, there's always a Greedo character somewhere in Star Wars, it seems like. Well, not in Empire Strikes Back, but you know, it looks like Greedo, but it's not Greedo. He's wearing a vest, and he's wearing the vest. There's a Hoth vest that the Rebels had in Empire Strikes Back. You know, Leia wore one, some of the other people wore one, and here is a fake Greedo walking around with a Hoth vest. I don't know why you want to wear a vest in Hoth. It seems like you want something with sleeves on it. But hey, that's just me. I get cold easy. Now, well, check this out. Did you see Dark Crystal? No. That thing reminds me of a teacher I had in 8th grade. Whew. Looks just like that. Her name was Miss Pinecone. Anyway, check out the eye. Let me zoom in on the eye. What's the eye? Can you believe it? The eye is made out of a Kenner die-cast TIE fighter. Yep, they turned the TIE fighter into an alien eye for this bird monster thing. Crazy. And while we're talking about this die-cast TIE fighter, check this out. Did you know the die-cast TIE fighter from Kenner was also in Return of the Jedi? Sure, ILM could make all these models of X-Wing or TIE fighters. Why would they waste their time when they had all these cool-looking die-casts that look almost like the ones in the films? Kenner did a really great job, so they needed some small TIE fighters in the background. So they turned to Kenner and got the die-cast one. It's amazing they were able to get them because those were discontinued around 1979. And you know, Return of the Jedi started filming in probably 82, called for 83 release. But they had them. They're very hard to see. You can see them in some of these pictures, and it's very hard to tell. But when you got trained Kenner eyes, you pick up on that stuff. But actually, that's all I got. Like I said, it's not many. Maybe you got more. If you do, let me know in the comments below. Even if you got less than this, let me know in the comments below. I think that's it. I think we're done. Yep, that's it. We're done.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.